Hey guys, and welcome back to I'm Beautiful Hustler TV. Today, the big question is this a lace wig, a closure, or a frontal? Now, today's hair is provided by Wigs hair, and they sent me 3 bundles. So clearly, this is not a lace wig, but is it a frontal or a closure? So have your answer in your head, and we will see who's right and who's wrong. And just comment and let me know if you guessed right. And if you guess right, then yes, it is a 6x6 lace closure. This closure is absolutely gorgeous. It's so big. The bundles are so full, so soft. The hairline was pre-plucked. It took the bleaching of the knots very, very well. Like, I absolutely give this hair a big thumbs up. And this is my first time actually installing a 6x6. I've only done a 5x5 and regular 4x4s, so I was really excited. Like, guys, when you have a 6x6 closure, it takes up so much space on the head that you really only need probably 2 bundles, but I really got at least like 2.5 because I like doubled the tracks and bonded it in close together. But I want you guys to stay tuned to this tutorial because it is about to get real and laid up in here. So if you haven't already, subscribe now. So the first thing you want to do is go ahead and have your client hold that closure down on each side, and you want to go ahead and sew around the perimeter of that closure. Like I said, this was my first time using a 6x6, so I was surprised at how much space it took up. However, I still, just went ahead and sewed that down. And now I'm just going to go in with my Bold Hold Active and apply 4 layers today. Now, I did go ahead and clean her hairline with alcohol. You want to make sure you do not skip this step. And what I do is, before I place the cap on my client's head and do the whole mold down thing, I do go ahead and clean that hairline twice first with 99% alcohol. So that's why you don't see me do that before I put the glue, because it has already been cleaned. But like I mentioned, I did use 4 layers today. I'm not going to show you all 4 layers, but I did show you the very first layer, and I'm going to show you the very last layer that I applied. And then I'm going to go ahead and lay this lace down. So now it's time to lay down that lace. You want to pull that lace into that glue and have your client hold each side down the same way they did when you had to sew it around. And you want to take your blow dryer on a warm to hot setting and blow dry that lace down into that glue. Now, what I did a little bit differently this time, I did blow dry it much longer, even though, that part has been cropped out. But I did dry it for at least 5 minutes, and then I went in with my comb and I just combed the hair back. And you don't want to mash that lace down because it can make it turn black and messy looking. So you just want to gently comb. You're not really combing it really hard. But once that's all dry, here I'm just showing you how versatile this closure is, how much parting space, and how natural and realistic it looks. Very much scalp tease, honey. So once I do that, I am going to do a side part. But because this closure is so big, I do not have to do a deep side part. So the side part was a little bit higher up. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut that extra lace off using my eyebrow razor. And what I noticed with using a Bold Hold Active versus me using what I usually use, the Ghost Bond, when it's time for me to cut off the extra lace, it's not really any lace that's still lifted up that I have to tack down. It's a major difference. Usually when I use the Ghost Bond, I have to go back in and do a lot of tacking down. But with this Bold Hold, I did not have to do anything at all this time around. So I was really happy about that. And so now I'm just parting off this section where her baby hairs are going to be. And because this is a quick weave installation today, all I'm going to do is just go ahead and wrap that closure out of the way and off camera bonding all of those tracks. But here I just wanted to show you how I'm adding that second cap onto her head, and I did bond it in with the cap over the closure, and then once I got the tracks all the way up to the closure, I cut the extra cap off the closure. And this is a way that you can make sure like the hair is secured from the glue, and it really won't be any glue on her hair once she actually removes this installation. But now I'm gonna go ahead, like I said, and part off the section for the baby hairs, and I'm just going to plait that out the way. And like I said, I am doing a side part, but it will be a higher side part, and it will also be a curved part versus like a, you know, a straight part. And I'm just going to take some bio silk, and I will also use my She Is Bomb collection wax stick, and go ahead and you know, get that all on that hair and begin my hot combing process. And you just want to hot comb the hair until it is very smooth and flat and very, very neat.
Dice is on the beat.
So now that everything is smooth and shining and flat, I'm just gonna go ahead and work on the whole baby hair process. So I'm just gonna comb out all of that hair that I had plaited, and I'm gonna go in with my eyebrow razor and chop that hair down like about 1/2 inch, because when you cut them shorter, it gives like better results and easier swooping when it comes to the baby hairs. And if you guys know me and you've been watching my channel, you know I usually do the whole mousse baby hairs method. But this right here, I'm going to just use the Got To Be gel to create the baby hairs, because I know a lot of people say it's harder doing the whole mousse method because it does lift the lace and everything like that. So I'm just going to use the Got To Be gel, and as you're doing each baby hair, just blow dry it. That way you don't have to worry about the lace lifting or anything like that. But I just want to say that when I was doing it like this with the Got To Be gel, I did not get any lifting at all using this bold hold. So that was really, really good for me. So if you're not so good with the whole mousse thing, it is hard to accomplish, don't get me wrong, and it actually takes more time. So You can still slay your baby hairs using a Got2b gel. Like, you don't have to go mousse method crazy. The thing about, us as YouTubers, like, we're showing you, our techniques, but you have to use what works best for you. So if you can't get the whole mousse method down pat, just use the Got2b gel. Like, your hair can still be laid. Clearly, your hair will still be laid using the Got2b gel for your baby hairs. So as you see, I went ahead and I swooped it one by one, and I just blow dried that out. So now I'm going to work my way on the other side, and I like to create like a little gap in between the baby hairs, and I just push that hair back, straight back. That way it looks natural still and not too like baby hair crazy with no separation or no, like just organized baby hairs, period. So I'm going to go ahead and create my other baby hair on the other side and just smooth and do a nice little comb over. And I'm going to blow dry that as well. And remember, it just keeps everything neat, easy, and dry. So once I do that, I am going to use the mousse. And this is just after I applied the Got2b gel for the baby hairs, and I'm just applying it on the part and a little bit on the baby hairs as well, and that's just to soften things up so it don't be as hard with the Got2b gel. So once I do that, I am going to tie it down with my Beautifulhustler silk scarf. So if you know that I always use my melt belt, I'm not using it today for this installation, and just to show you, like you can still do things without you can still achieve great results without using the same things over and over. So for those who don't have a melt belt, you can try this out as well. But if you still want to purchase it, go ahead and use my website link and make your purchase. They are $5 if you live like locally to pick up, but with shipping they are $12. So the shipping fee is already included. So make sure if you do not stay in Florida or Miami or available for pickup, you do select the melt belt with shipping option, and it will be shipped out same day. So yeah, now that I went ahead and let that dry with that silk scarf, I just took a little bit of that Got2b spray and sprayed it where my push-up area is, because I like for things to stay and not move, and my clients like it like that as well. And now we're going to get into actually concealing the part and making everything look super, super clean. So I just laid that rat tail comb right in that part, and now I'm just taking my concealer and I'm just taking my little concealer brush and creating the perfect, cleanest part ever using concealer. And I'm just going to spray a little bit of that oil sheen right at the top to give to remove that dull look that the black spray gives, and just shine the hair up a little bit. And that will complete our installation of this 6x6 closure. So let me know down in the comments if you guessed it right, and if you did, congrats, honey. Look at these scalp tees we are giving. Everybody absolutely loves this install, especially on my Instagram and Facebook. So I want you guys to show love too. So see you next time, and stay tuned.